Welcome to the Garden Report, powered by Blue Apron. I am Jared Weiss. I'm joined by Jimothy Toscano, as we say in the old country.
We do.
The Celtics beat the Sacramento Kings 97-92. We are brought to you by Blue Apron. Use the code Garden Report. Actually, just go to blueapron.com/Garden Report, and you'll get 3 free meals and free shipping to get started on Blue Apron today. Please go do it because their food's really good. You cook it yourself, and it helps us with the show here, make the show shine.
Especially at the holidays when you don't have time to cook. You don't have time to go shopping for food.
That is true.
Just get it delivered to your door, fire it up, half hour tops to make all this stuff, and it's definitely worth it.
And speaking of firing it up, segue time. Let's talk about DeMarcus Cousins.
Let's do it.
On the very final play of the game, or what should have been the final play of the game, they're down by 3. They run an inbounds play where Cousins catches the ball. Cousins sees that Al Horford is guarding him tightly, does a rip-through move to try to draw a foul. Horford actually strips him perfectly, amazingly. It didn't commit a foul based on like the 4 replays that I saw. And Cousins was furious, and the game was over at that point.
Cousins was furious?
He was
never,
like,
he's never furious.
He was just crying the entire time.
Right.
And so I was sitting next to Jason Jones, the main beat writer at the Sacramento Bee, and we were watching the replay going like, what is the play call there? Because there's no way Dave Yeager is calling one-on-one post-up from 30 feet out for DeMarcus Cousins on the final possession on Al Horford. And Jason said he went and asked Yeager and some of the players, what was that play call? It was supposed to be some sort of play where there were multiple action options. I thought it looked like Barnes is going to curl around for a 3, but either way, DeMarcus Cousins decided, I'm going to go for this rip move, try to draw a foul, which is a really, really risky move, especially because it's probably you're probably not even going to get a shot. Yeah, you're probably not going to get the 3-point shot foul call there. Cousins admitted he made a mistake, but it was an interesting preview into what could be if the Celtics were to try to trade him there. Watching the end of this game made you think, if you had to choose between Al Horford and DeMarcus Cousins, just for this season right now, there are some ways in which Al Horford might be the more desirable option.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
Just overall is.
So what was that?
Just overall, I think Al Horford's the desirable
exactly,
guy.
Because I think, Al Horford is like he's the part that makes the machine work. You know what I mean? He makes everything sort of connect with the Celtics. He's the everyman. He does a little bit of everything, or a lot of everything, I should say, especially tonight, because he was so much more aggressive offensively than he was on Wednesday when he only took 5 shots. And the thing I love about Al Horford is that he doesn't force shots. He doesn't make many lucky shots because he doesn't chuck shots. He'll take what's given to him, and he'll make the smart play. And I think that's the difference sometimes between him and DeMarcus, and that's what we saw in the end of the fourth quarter there. The play right before that, when the Kings called the timeout, DeMarcus was demanding the ball from Barnes, and Barnes called the timeout. Cousins was pissed, and I know he was complaining about it all the way back to the huddle, and I saw him talking about, I don't know what he was saying to Barnes on the bench, but I assume it was, why didn't you give me the ball there? So
because it was the wrong decision to give him the ball in that situation.
And they called, and and said they stopped play, they called the timeout, and they drew up a play. Well, I don't know what they called, but it ended up back in Cousins' hands, and he was determined not to let it leave that time. Not an Al Horford guy. That's not an Al Horford move right there.
Okay, but let's also give him credit. He was an absolute monster in the fourth quarter. Single-handed. I mean, he put really a lousy team on his back. I mean, Barnes was fantastic tonight. We'll talk about that more in the second video. But they don't have really anyone else to go to. Rudy Gay gets some buckets sometimes, and he has a few plays every single game, including tonight, where you're like, how the hell did he score that ball? But then he disappears.
No, I agree. It's always been DeMarcus Cousins' team, I mean, essentially since he joined the team. And you wonder if that's a gift and a curse. It'd be interesting to see what he could do with some guys that maybe could tame him down a little bit and get him more focused on, not getting so emotional and not getting so upset. And if you could reel him in a little bit, get some guys around him that can sort of balance him out, the Kings might actually have something. But their roster's not constructed that way. I mean, when you've got a guy like Matt Barnes, he's just as emotionally charged as Cousins is. So I don't know how those two really help each other out there on the court. But I would say, I mean, he needs more help, and if he doesn't get it, the trade rumors are going to continue to swirl.
Well, then let's go to part 2 and talk about those trade rumors. We'll be right back on the Garden Report, powered by Blue Apron. Don't forget to go to blueapron.com/Garden Report for 3 free meals. We'll be right back.